What's up, guys? Quantrixo2 here with another figure review, and it's time to whip out those claws because Catwoman from Batman's Hush Mafex line is here. Let's get into it. As always, guys, before we get into the figure, let's take a look at the packaging. So here is the packaging for Catwoman here. You have the Hush Batman basically box here, which is basically what they've been using for majority, well, all of the characters in the Hush series. It's very plain. You got it's one solid color. So here we have blue. It says Batman Hush. You got a picture of Catwoman down here, the window with the figure and the accessories it comes with. You have Catwoman down here, a Batman Hush version. Mafex Medicom DC logo. Side, another picture of the figure. On the back, you have different pictures of the figure as well as some of the accessories it comes with, and the some more stuff on the bottom here. So you have the Mafex and some different things down there. This is number 123 in the line. There's the other side right there. Just says Hush Batman. Another picture of Catwoman right there. There's the bottom. It has some warning stuff for you. And can I show you the top? Oh yeah, there's the top. So that is the packaging. Very basic, but we ain't here for the packaging. We're here for the figure, baby. Let's get into it. Here's the figure where everything comes out of the package. Before we look at accessories, let's take a look at the figure itself. And here is Catwoman, aka Selina Kyle, from the Hush Batman graphic novel, aka animated movie. So this is how she appears in that content. And yeah, this is Mafex going on with their Hush line. They've been doing different characters. We've had Batman, two different types of Batman. We've had Superman, and now we have Catwoman here. We have the Hush character coming as well, coming in the future. But right now we have Selina here, and we're just gonna hop right into aesthetics, and I give my opinion on different things as we go. So let's start up here at the head here. So this is the head sculpt that comes out of the package here. Very nice though. So you got the goggles here to have a nice metallic there, as well as you can see the lenses here in the goggles, which is a translucent blue, and through the translucent blue you can see her eyes, which look like they're nicely painted as well. Look very good. She has her little cat ears there for her costume, and then obviously you have her little flesh tone in her face. And the lips look nice as well, so very, very nicely painted with the lipstick and everything. So I think that looks pretty good. So let's take a turn there, get a side profile. Boom, there she go. There's the strap of the with the goggles, I should say. Yep, the goggles. So that looks nice. And then you go down to her neck here. You see the little zipper here for her costume. You have a little hoop there, and on the hoop there is a ring, and that is an actual metal ring, I believe, which is you can also move, so that's pretty nice as well. But as far after this, we don't have a lot to really to look at because majority of this figure is just molded black plastic, and there's not really that much to look at here. There's a little piping here and there in the costume, which you really can't see much because it's all just the same, black right there. But you go her abdomen here. You have her little belt buckle or wherever that is, and that's pretty cool there. And it's a nice metallic color as well. Going on to the arms, not a lot going on here. The back, same thing. You see a little bit of her musculature. And little assets there. Boom, the cat butt. And then there you see her little claws here in her hands, her gloves. You go down to her suit, the rest of her suit here. There's her boots. Also have a nice little buckle there, and then at the bottom you have a little gray for her little platform shoes there. But not a lot going on here. And I understand that Catwoman. This is how she looks in a lot of the Batman material. She has a black suit, not that much going on. But if you're gonna have a character that's just, majority of his clothes or he or she's clothes is just black, I feel like this is the perfect time to add shading, some kind of wash to the to the figure, man, to make it those blacks stand out, and you can see more detail in the costume. With this just being just a just molded plastic with no any kind of wash, any kind of paint work on it, it just makes the figure looks very, very cheap. And you know, this is not a cheap figure, man. This is not a $20 figure, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a figure that you know was made by Mattel or something. When this is made by, you know, you're paying premium price for a premium figure. This isn't a $20 figure. This is an $80 to $90 figure, and it should not look this cheap. So I am not a fan of that here. So that sucks. But also, I'm not also a fan of the proportions of her body here. It seems like her legs are extremely long, and the rest of her torso and arms seem kind of short. Then again, this could be how she was portrayed in the actual novel and animated movie. But I've not seen either of those, so that could just be a personal gripe on me. But they just don't look. They just look too long to me for some reason. And I know Selena, a lot of her character is very, you know, lean and tall, but it's just for some reason the proportions just look off to me. But that could just be me. So there we have the aesthetics. Let's get into articulation. Taking a look at articulation, we're going to start here at the head, where you have the double ball peg here at the top, so you can spin it around 360. You can look up that much, look down about that much. You have also a peg here at the base of the neck, which allows for a little bit more articulation. So like I said, look up about that much and this much with both neck pegs, or neck joints I should say. And you can go side to side here. You can, like I said, go 360, all that good jazz. And like I said before, this little, you go down to her neck, you see that little ring here that is articulated, which is actual metal ring there for her zipper, which is kind of cool. Then you go to the shoulders here. You have a butterfly joint here, so there you have it. So that goes out about that much. So you can get the arm across her body about that much. And you also have a hinge here in the shoulder, which allows the arm to go out that much, go up about that much, and you can spin that thing around like this. And you have your bicep swivel there, so nice bicep swivel, double jointed elbow right there, which gives you a little better than 90. And then you have your peg here in the wrist, which hinges up and down and goes 360. Come back to the torso here. You have your little ab crunch, which goes up about that much, goes down about that much, which wish it would go down more, but it is what it is. And then you have your you know, little swivel here in the waist, so waist swivel there, can spin, and you can tilt it left and right, and boom. So that's a nice little tilt right there. Go back that much, can go to the front about that much. And then you have your double ball peg here in the legs, which allows for her to do the splits, which is very nice. So it goes out about that much. There's a double ball peg. And as far as going up, you can kick her. She can kick up about that much, a little bit, and she can kick back that much without it, you know, before it starts to go out to the side. And then you have your double jointed knee, which is way better than 90. It also swivels, a little swivel action here. So that's rotating on the ball peg, I should say. And then you have your ankle here, so like that hinges up and down, all that much forward, that much back. You got your ankle rocker here, so it's very nice. And then you have your toe articulation, which isn't the greatest, but is there. And there is the articulation there for Selena Kyle. I feel like she is a very agile character, and I feel like she should be a little bit more, be able to be a lot more posable. But you know, it is what it is. So let's keep going. Alright, now we're hopping to accessories. So Selena comes with 3 different head sculpts. This is the first one that comes out of the package. We looked at this one earlier. This is her angry expression. And her final sculpt is with the goggles up, so you can get a good look at her eyes. You got a little bit of her hair sticking out from the top. A vintage Catwoman look. Catwoman comes with 6 pairs of hands. This one is a more relaxed open hand. This is another pair of open palm hands. These are a little bit more spread out though. And here's a pair of clawing hands. You can't have a Catwoman without clawing hands. Here's a pair of pointing hands. Here's a pair of gripping hands for holding her whip. Also could be used for thumbs up hands. And last but not least, she comes with a pair of fists. She also comes with a alternate abdomen. This one has a you see the actual belt, which I think is made out of rope possibly. Which in my opinion, I'm a bigger fan of this because it actually breaks up the black in the costume. Something that the abdomen out of the box does not do. So here's that, and here's the one that comes out of the box right here, side by side. So there you have it, both of them side by side. I'm a fan of this one more. And her final accessory is this whip accessory, which is just a soft plastic whip here. No real detail or anything on it at all. It's just like a light brown. Let me see if I can give you a closer look on it here. So that's how this looks. Come on, can you focus? There we go. So yeah, there you have it right there. It's kind of, I gotta put my hand back there because it's kind of blending in with the background. But that's how that looks. I'm really not a fan of this. There's no paint on it or anything. And come on, man, if you're gonna get a import figure, you want, for a whip, we would like to have a bendy whip, or at least if we're gonna have a plastic whip, give us different versions of it. This one is just a soft plastic here. That's very soft plastic here. But there's nothing you can really do. It does have swivels here, so you can turn it how you want to. So you kind of can turn it any kind of way almost. But let me take it out right here real quick so I can show you. So there's different swivels here. So there's one here in the front. There's a second one here, and then there is a third one. So you can turn it how you want to and kind of get it in different poses. But they're all going to be fixed poses here. There's not really a lot you can do. So you can break it apart. There's the peg right there. Not really a fan of this. I would have loved to have actual bendy wire, whip for Catwoman. This is kind of very, very cheap looking. Word keeps popping up in this review, but it's true. I would have loved to have actual, bendy wire whip. So, but yeah, that's the final accessory for Selena. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare Catwoman to other figures from other lines. Here she is with her other Hush Mafex line mates. So you have the Hush Superman on your left and the Hush blue version Batman on your right. That looks pretty good. Here she is beside Essie's Figure Arts Time Patroller Trunks and Essie's Figure Arts Saiyan Race on Earth Son Goku. Here she is beside Black Series Bo-Katan and Marvel Legends Angry Hugh Jackman. Here she is beside Robotech's Amazing Yamaguchi Cable and Mezco's 1/12 Blade. Overall, Mafex Batman Hush Catwoman is a decent figure from the line. Not amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's a lot of things that I do not really like about this figure. A lot of them may be just personal to me, but like, I don't like the fact that it has no shading. This is an all black figure with zero shading on it. I feel like that is unacceptable for for a character which is majority of it is black. You need some kind of shading or something to break it up. Luckily, it came with this alternate belt piece that kind of breaks up the sculpt, which I do enjoy and makes the figure a little bit better. I also do not like that we have this little cheap whip that it comes with, which could have definitely been bendy wire or something to, you know, so you can bend it the way you want to. Having these little joints, little hinges in there, little peg together, just seems very, very cheap. And the fact that one of mine is already a little crack in one of mine, so it's possible that mine could end up just breaking anyway, which sucks. But things that I do like about it, I think the head sculpt looks good. I think she is very, very, really on model for how the character looked in that story. But other than that, man, there's really not a lot to really praise about this figure. You have your Mafex articulation here, which I wish would have been improved for this character. I feel like the Spider-Man figures have a little bit better range of motion than this Catwoman, which she is just as agile as Spider-Man. So I feel like she should have, you know, a little bit better you know, articulation. She should be able to be in better crouching positions and stuff. But I feel like maybe if I mess around with it a little bit more, I can, you know, do a little bit more with her. But right off the bat, I feel like she definitely should have had a little bit more better articulation. But that is a personal thing, guys. But the figure is decent. I just feel like for a figure that's cost you $80 to $90, you should be getting the bang for your buck. You know, I'm talking scope, I'm talking articulation, and some of that this figure just fails with. I'm not saying that it is a bust, it is a terrible figure, it's not a terrible figure, but it's just hard to accept mediocre DC figures because we don't get a lot of DC figures for anywhere else, man. There's nobody else really that really makes you know, DC animated or comic book based figures, and Mafex is the one that's been jumping on that, and we've been very excited for these releases. A lot of them have been decent. None of them, in my opinion, have been great. I'm hoping that they improve from here. Man, we have a couple more figures coming out that we know of, and I hope that they approve on that because I want to see more figures, DC comic-based figures from Mafex, and they gotta start to knock them out the park. I feel like they do such a great job on the Spider-Man figures. I want them to show the DC figures just as much love because DC just doesn't get a lot of love in the when it comes to action figures. You guys can you know I'm not a fan of McFarlane, so other than that, where are you getting your DC figures? Exactly. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you are a fan of this kind of stuff, please smash that like button. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews in the future. And also hit that bell icon so you notify every time I put up a new video. And with that said, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold, everybody. Peace.